How cool is this? All these rock stacks are back here at the breakwater, Morro Rock. Last time I was here, I can't remember how long ago it was. A few months back, maybe? I don't know. 4 months, 5 months, what it was. I came out here to show all of y'all these cool rock stacks that are everywhere, just covering this breakwater area. And there wasn't a single one. And I was like, what happened to them all? And then I watched the storm roll in and the waves just crashing over this breakwater, and it made perfect sense. But some little busy beavers have been burrowing around the area. And they've been busy stacking rocks over here at the breakwater. This is super cool. It's like being on another planet or something. Birds talking to each other. You know, these birds over here, Morro Bay is a totally protected bird sanctuary, the whole area. And guess what? These birds know it. And they're a bit a-holes about it sometimes. Like, they sit right in the middle of the street and they're not moving because they know you can't run them over. And then you get sent to the clink. That's what they call it still, right? The clink. Anyways, today, heading way across the bay, points beyond. I've come over here to the Maritime Museum a couple times before since I've been here, and coming to Morro Bay over the last couple of years, but especially over the last year and a half, it hasn't been open. And this is the first time I ever experienced coming here and it was open. I got here right as the guy was opening everything up. Made a nice little donation for the place because that's what you do to keep these kind of places running. And he told me a bunch of cool history, you know, but one thing that really stands out is this boat behind me called the Alma. Now, this boat was built in 1927, but that's not what makes it so special. What makes it special is that in the early days of World War II, I believe it was December 23rd of 1941, the SS Montebello was out cruising up the way here, out north of Cambria, I believe, and it got struck and sunk by a Japanese submarine that was trolling the waters off the shore. And now the ship was wrecked and going down. They put out the distress call, and the Alma here came to the rescue, rescuing a bunch of the surviving sailors and whatnot. And kind of a really cool, interesting little bit of history you don't hear about. And I've seen this ship several times, this boat, whatever you want to call it. And I really didn't know the context of why is it here? What's important about it? It's a line tug. It was a working boat. This boat was not made as a rescuing vessel, but when the time called, they stepped up, the crew went out and rescued the crew of the SS Montebello. Pretty super cool. Also over here, they got these cool little hanging buoy art piece, and the guy said that, I asked him if that's new because I hadn't seen it before. He said, oh yeah, tell me about it. He had to dig a giant hole, 3 holes, one for each, and 15 pounds of cement for each one on the bottom, anchoring those little art pieces up there. Kind of cool little history here. Little one-person submersible if you want to torture yourself and completely claw your eyes out while you're underwater. This week on Surfing Bear Cow. Well, I'm hanging out here in Morro Bay today, and guess what? I came to check out Morro Bay State Park Campground. I camped out here and made some videos about it months and months back. One of my favorite comments ever, I have to say, on that Morro Bay State Park Campground, a guy that complained that I was an idiot and that I should do more research before making my films and going places. Okay. Kind of thought the purpose of these videos was exploration and discovery and taking you along with me while I have my van life adventure and discover things I never knew about. If I knew everything about this place, what it was all about, why the hell would I come here and stay here? Anyways, bit of a little ventilation going on here as I reminisce about that. Anyways, thought I'd come by here and see what it looks like. When I was here, there was like 3 other people camping, and it was really the first weekend they had opened up the campgrounds after the pandemic and the lockdown. And as you can see right now, there are barely any spaces available. The whole campground is packed in with RVers and dogs and children, retired people, the gambit. But they're all stacked all on top of each other. One there, one there, one there, one there, one there. That's not my idea of a good time. That's why I'm not staying at campgrounds this weekend, because they're getting overrun. And the more I'm driving around and looking at these campgrounds around here, I'm thinking that my campgrounding, my use of campgrounds might be coming to an end here, at least as we move in toward the summertime. Once we get more toward the off season again and people are starting to thin out and go back to real lives, well, I'll probably start adventuring back into the campgrounds. But if this is how campgrounds are normally, and I think this is the way they normally are, I really don't want any part of it. I'd rather park on a side street somewhere behind a grocery store or next to a gym or something, and have to be in a park and ride, maybe just looking over my shoulder every time a car goes by, than being camped out with somebody 5 feet, 10 feet away from me and another person on the other side of me, and then a dog and a kid. Like, that's not my idea of a good time. Though this is a beautiful area, I understand that much, but give me a break. I can park here, I can park there, I can park down over there or over there, and I can park there from 6 a.m. till 10 p.m., something like that. So all day long you can park up here, up in Montana de Oro, up in Los Osos, over in Morro Bay. But you can't park here overnight. But there's plenty of places to find. So why am I going to pay $40 to just sit here on my butt all day? Not going to happen. Anyways, I just wanted to check out the campgrounds, see what's what. Pretty full.
captain has the ship in command.